Hey going guys, welcome back to another video. On this one, I'll be showing you all the masking which I've done on this LS400 so I can do all the rust treatment and put it in epoxy.
Alrighty guys, let's start talking about a little bit of the masking that needs to be done so we get a bit of a much more cleaner job and we get our epoxy primer and stuff in the right areas. Now what I like to do is basically hard mask pretty much around a lot of the edges. We're going to start by putting some back masking on the back of the guard. We'll hard mask it around the bottom there. We'll hard mask it around where the indicator goes and also down inside the guard here. Once we've hard masked it on the inside of the guard, we'll then use some 2-inch tape and back mask on the edge, and then we'll shut the bonnet and then we'll fold the back mask and stick it on top of the bonnet. So that will basically give us a real good area to put our primer on without having any overspray going down inside the bonnet or inside the guard. You'll see that I'm not wearing gloves here. Now, the reason why is basically the tape sticks to my gloves and makes the job twice as long. So basically this is pretty much it guys, just a back mask, a hard mask along the inside. Don't get too fussy with it, as long as it's not overlapping onto the steel, you're pretty much right. So alright, so once the hard mask has been done on the panel on the inside, you want to then put a back mask on it. So what this will look like effectively is that. So what we want to be doing then is finishing it off. And what this will actually do guys is act as a bit of a soft edge as well on the edge. And what we'll do is when the bonnet is shut, we'll then fold that over the top of the bonnet. Basically creating effectively a bit of a soft edge on the top and allow no epoxy to go inside the engine bay, etc. So a very similar process or masking technique like this is done when it comes to painting it too, but instead of doing a hard mask, you would do a soft edge in there, but that's the only real difference. So once that's down like that, we'll open up our door and we'll put a back mask on the inside edge of the guard. So then, very similar to the bonnet, when we shut the door, we can fold this back mask onto the door, allowing us to not get epoxy down inside. So, as you can see there, we've got our tape poking out. So we then blow off any dust. I probably should have blown the car off beforehand, but should be right. This is only epoxy and we probably should have prep soled our door. That would have been a good idea too. So once that's there, so no primer can go down inside. We've also got to put a hard mask on the edge here. I might just bring it down slightly, not right on the edge, but that's probably good enough. In this area here along the wheel arch, we'll just do a back mask on the inside edge, and that will allow us to stick our plastic on the tape. That's pretty much it guys. We're almost done on this panel. Doesn't take long to mask up a panel for primer. It gets a little bit easier on the rear, but we'll do that in a minute. So here, what I might do is I might just hard mask it on there and then put a back mask over the corner like so. In regards to the area in here, we're going to just hard mask it around right on that body line like so. I hope the GoPro's in the right spot. And we'll hard mask it there as well. That's it. So then we can probably, yeah, we'll hard mask here as well. So usually I probably would use gloves, but it's one of those things I don't really want to get. See, this is things you really got to look for. Well, first of all, you've got a gap, and also I've got some tape on the steel. We don't want that. We'll just poke that up in there like that. So what I'll end up doing here guys is actually putting a back mask over the top of this as well. like that. I will be actually 2-pack like priming all the edges. This is just for epoxy, so I'm not gonna get too carried away. A lot of it will be sanded off as well, so. Open that up. All right, we're pretty much ready to shut that bonnet, but we'll do the other side. But that just gives you a quick little look at the guard and how we've masked it up. So we'll do the same on the other side, and we'll do the rears right now.
Now when it comes to priming, guys, it's a really good idea regarding masking is to leave roughly a hand's distance away from the primed area. So basically, we want to be priming over the top of all the bare steel. So effectively, we want to be putting our tape either up here, but because we've got a body line here, we can actually hard mask directly along the body line. If it was on a big flat panel, then yeah, we'd put our tape up here. But yeah, we'll put our tape on the body line. Like that. So when it comes to the distance now between here and there, we want to go roughly a hand's distance. So what we're going to do is back mask it on an angle. So half on, half off, like that. So if we do get any primer going up to that edge, we're going to be getting a soft edge. It's not going to be like we've done a hard mask on it. So if we were to put a coat of primer right up to this edge, when we go to unmask that, we'll have a big step of like primer. So doing it this way, you won't actually get that step. So we'll then put a hard mask over the top to hold it down. We'll do a hard mask underneath here. I might just do a soft edge into a hard mask along here. So like that. And then we'll bring that up to a hard mask. There like that, we'll tape it down. I will get some red Scotch-Brite and just go over all those shiny areas. And we've got a little bit of areas here which haven't been sanded, but that's fine. Red Scotch-Brite will fix that problem. And then obviously a back mask around the quarter panel, like so. And that's pretty much it, guys. We'll continue doing this. And we're almost ready for some plastic. So real easy. All right, so when it comes to the door jamb, what I'll do is put a hard mask on the edge where there's no bare steel. I'll come down into a back mask like that, and I'll have it on the body line of the door jamb there. Like so. So we've got our soft edge underneath there, we've got our soft edge here. And what I'll do is just hard mask it along the body line there. Like so. Do another little back mask. Like that. And then a back mask here. And that's it. So we do have quite a few little tiny bits of shiny steel here. I'll go over that with red Scotch-Brite before we start applying our primer. What I'll probably do is prime it with the door shut, or maybe open. We'll see how we go. But yeah, that's pretty much how the quarter panel's done. So when we start applying our first coat, we mainly want to just focus over the bare steel. And every coat after that, we want to be staggering the coats out. So you don't want to be putting all the primer just in one spot, because what will happen is you'll get a build-up of primer on the outside, which will need more blocking later on. So if you stagger your coats, you'll get a transition of the primer, which will make sanding it a lot easier. Well guys, there you go. That's how I masked up the Lexus. Hope you've all learned something in this video. Anyway, I'm gonna start by getting all the rust treatment done and getting this in epoxy. So stay tuned for the next video. I've made this little short one so I didn't make a 30-minute long video with the epoxy priming. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you on my next video.